sketchbook spread that I'm going to be working on and finishing. Let's get started. First, I'm going to give you a little flip through my sketchbook so you can see the progress I've made so far. If you've seen some of my past videos, you might have seen some of these drawings before, but a couple of them are new. I drew this girl a couple months ago, but it's still one of my favorite drawings in my sketchbook. This page probably would be really cute, but when I was drawing the girl, a lot of my liner ink smudged all over the face, and now the coloring is really muddy. In case you guys were wondering, the little heart pop-up that you might have noticed was just to cover up a sticky note I had stuck on the page. And finally, we are to the page that we are going to be working on today. First, I'm going to start out by coloring. For the jacket, I started off with a light teal, and then later I changed it to a more purpley blue. I really like the way I colored the clothes on this page because I feel like it adds more of a realistic touch to this drawing. For the spread, I was going for like a wintry, snowy vibe, so I decided to add snow pants and a puffy jacket in this drawing. I also added earmuffs and a snowflake. You'll see later in the video that I had snow and pine trees in the background to add to that wintry vibe. I feel like right now would be a good time to add a secret message, so if you've watched this far in the video without skipping or fast forwarding, comment what your favorite activity to do in the wintertime is, and also comment a snowflake emoji. So try to ignore my arms in that part of the video. I was just reaching across to open my pencil bag. Now I'm adding the finishing touches and line art because this drawing is almost done. I just noticed the big buildup of markers I had set on the side of the screen. I'm not sure if that's annoying or if it's helpful to show you guys the colors, but I think eventually I notice them and take them out of the frame. Now it's time to move on to the background. For the background, I drew a simple wooden panel with some pine trees and pine cones behind it. I really like the color palette I chose for this drawing. I used light brown, blue, light teal, and gray, and I feel like it gives off a cozy winter cabin kind of vibe. Now I'm going to draw on the pine cones. I'm not sure if I like them. They kind of look messy, but they also look kind of cute at the same time. Now I'm signing the drawing. You might notice that I signed this drawing with 2025 and it's currently 2026. This is because I filmed this back in 2025 and I honestly kind of forgot about it. Now it's time for the grand reveal, including the 2025 signature. Overall, I really like how this drawing turned out. And if you couldn't already tell, I was trying out a different art style with like the face and eyes, and I really like it. Also, ignore the little clip of the hand. It's really messy because a lot of the ink smudged. And now, I know I could have just ended the video here and made everything take longer, but no. We are going to work on the other page and make this into a full spread. Before I filmed this video, I had drawn some half-finished concept doodles for this page, and I might as well finish them and glue them onto the spread. Though before I started working on these, I realized that both of my concept sketches had freckles, so I had to go back and change that in the original drawing. Right now, I'm finishing the first of the 2 note card sketches, and I really just don't like this one. I think the pose is too stiff and boring, and it just does not match what I wanted this drawing to look like. But of course, I finished it anyway and glued in my sketchbook. I think it definitely looks a lot better once I add the snowflake in the background. Now I'm going to glue them back on, and then I'm going to work on a little bit of background details to make this spread look complete. When I was gluing these on, I had it in like extreme time-lapse mode, so it kind of looks like my hands are just waving around in front of the screen, but try to ignore that. Also, I found this really cute sticker and post-it note, so I glued those on as well. Now it's time to bring out the acrylic markers. I always love using these for the back pages because they don't bleed through to the other side, so therefore they won't ruin the drawing on the other side of the page. For this page, I kind of just drew random doodles with a wintry color palette and some snowflakes, but I think it ended up looking cute. Now to finish up this drawing, I'm going to add washi tape. I had 2 washi tapes that I think really fit this color palette. I had a light teal and gold one, and a bluish purple one that matched the exact color of my acrylic paint marker. Now I'm finishing up this drawing with a little bit of brown marker, and now we're going to go into the grand reveal. Of course, we're going to start off with my old 2025 signature, but now let's see how these finished drawings look. Overall, I really like how this drawing turned out. It is a little bit messy and random, but I think it looks really cute. As for this note card drawing, I know I really didn't show much of it on camera, but I really love how it turned out. The pose took a while and was kind of hard, because I was doing it as a drawing challenge with one of my friends. We chose a hard pose, and we both tried to draw it in our art styles, and it was really fun. If you're an artist, I definitely think you should try that with one of your friends. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you watched all the way, make sure you comment the secret prompt and emoji. Also, I hid a small snowman doodle somewhere in the video. Comment down below if you saw the snowman, and I want to see who was the first person to find it. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Have a great rest of your day.